Hello everyone! I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 18, Week 3, Day 2. So today, some of our objectives, of course, make it deeper in Tower of Doom. Guild luckily already had it fully scouted yesterday, but we do want to go and move forward a little bit further. I think I accidentally used some doubles yesterday, so it will take us a little bit longer to get through it this week, but I think we'll still be able to have it done by like Friday, Saturday. Would have been nicer to have it done a little bit earlier as we do a Vault weekend, but honestly spending like, what, a few minutes on this mode, because we do have some pretty solid teams, so should be really quick even at the higher level range, so not too big of a worry. Beyond that, oh, do I need this? No, I don't. Okay. Beyond that, we do have a faction event today. That associated to that of Wyrmrun. It is here, right? Wrong day? No. But yeah, we do a Wyrmrun faction. I believe it's red, yellow. So we can go Bork, we can go Guard's Avatar. We have Angry Mob builds. We have anything with Strix. We have we have Stellarex into triple Takshaka. Oh gosh, do we give in? I might give in. I'm very tempted to give in. Oh no, do we give in? We might give in. Tempting. Very tempting. Anyways, where should we start? Let's go start with Tower of Doom. Let's start from the top. Tower of Doom. How far are we scouted? Apparently pretty far. Already 30-something. Gosh, people are killing already. Are people just buying tier 6? Even with tier 6, I feel like it wouldn't even go that far. I already did the only one room we needed here because I had not taken haste. But anyways, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hope all you guys been doing well. Hello, Sonny. Hello, Mark. Hello, yeah. Hello, Keitholier. Hello, Chad. Hello, Mark. Hello, George. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Minnie. Hello, Lester, and hello, Vanessa. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Oh, that didn't one-shot? Oh, no, what's going on? We didn't get a one-shot. What's happening? How could this happen? When did they nerf Stellarex? Did they shadow nerf Stellarex today? Oh, no, no, he's just, he doesn't always one-shot. There is a point where, he just simply two-shots instantly. We're getting deep enough that he can't get his nice one-shots anymore. Honestly, I do feel like this mode scales pretty quickly. It also ends pretty quickly. Like, if your guild already has all the scouting done, it's actually a surprisingly quick game mode. And as a guild, you can generally have it done by about Thursday or so. Give or take a little bit, depending on scouting, how much everyone buys in, everything like that. But it's a relatively quick game mode. Compared to, like, the most of the weekly modes we get, it definitely has the shortest completion time on average, assuming your guild is coordinated for it. So hello, Mr. Jesse. Hello, Daddy Shark. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Supernova. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah, we are still doing Power World, by the way, tomorrow. Starting around noon. It'll be our last Power World stream for about a week. Because we're not doing one this weekend. Due to Vault weekend. And technically, as far as me and the co-op group, I think we'll have, like, everything done. Because we just hit max level at the end of last stream. I'll be building all the things that we can do with max level then. So one of my goals is probably going to be getting the legendary schematics for us then. Because I know Genki still wants her assault rifle. I still want my handgun. Also, Genki, I think, wants the handgun too. And like a few other knickknack stuff like that. Getting better armor. Though honestly, with a group of 4, better armor doesn't make as big of an impact. Because we all grab aggro. So better armor, not actually too important. Wait, 2 powers in one section? Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that. Yeah, 2 and 5 are both a power. Interesting. I'm not sure I've ever seen double power in a single section. That's pretty cool. Alright, Cookie will be joining an hour later. All good. No worries. You got a new job at the fabrication shop? Ooh, that sounds fun. Very nice. Honestly, we need a new job at some point. Though we would still do this channel in the background. I know, we either need to do more with the channel or something, though. Because ad revenue's been drying up. So, we should look into some other things. Get a day job. Oh no, this area is just so depressingly, like, low pay, though. Like, I live in a very low-income area. Not, like, the lowest in the entire United States, but pretty close. Also, which one did I not take? The biggest issue with this area is it's a very, like, temporary job area. In that most work here is, like, just during the summer. Due to how, everything peaks due to tourism. Because this area pretty much, like, shuts down when it's, like, winter time and everything. It's very weird in that regard. Not that there isn't any tourism during winter, but, you know, the percent difference is quite staggering. .5 miles there and back. That's not too bad. I used to ride bikes a lot for, oddly enough, flea marketing. Mostly because it was more convenient to bike around to, like, garage sales and buy stuff for it than it was to, you know, drive everywhere. So I never did get to do 6.5 miles. Though I did used to walk, like, a couple miles to a bus stop. A lot of times I wouldn't bring the bike because it was too bulky. It's also really annoying grabbing your bike from underneath one of those bus thingies. Have any of you guys been in either just a public bus or any of those like tour bus things, and they have like a storage underneath the bus itself that like comes up and everything? Those are the most annoying things ever to use. I'm not sure if any of you guys had to deal with that before. But especially when you're on like a... Like when we had to do it in marching band, it wasn't as bad because you're not like on a time limit or anything. But it was really annoying doing it on just like a public bus. Like a public transportation bus. Because you're expected to do that within like no time at all. It's just really clunky taking it out and everything else. When there's already so much other junk and then people put stuff on your stuff and, you know, it's just a whole mess. But anyways. Alright, what are we doing? We did that. Finished. Good. Alright, next. Dungeon. Anything good? Nope. Immediate trap. Wonderful. What's new? Oh, at least we only got poison. Okay, that's a pretty tame day. Only poison. There's basically no effect. Oh, no shoulder on the road? Oh, gosh. Actually, I almost tipped over, there's one road when I was in New Jersey where, it had like a watering system thing. Like, you know when... I'm not sure how to describe it. Or even necessarily what it fully is. But you know in, like, some lakes that are connected to rivers where they have, like, a water kind of, like, filtering thing, but it has, like, a circle around a bridge kind of situation? Where it's, like, a bridge, but it has, like, a circle and it has, like, a filter to make sure, like, it doesn't overflow and other things. I'm not sure how to describe that. It's like a mini dam, but... dam isn't really a word that you would really describe it with because it's really small. So I'm not sure if it has a different name. But it's like a mini circular dam. It's like closest like I can think of. But not like a mighty big dam, like a really small one. But still like a dam nonetheless. But anyways, there was one of those. And it was really annoying because there's like sidewalk going all the way up it. And then when you actually have to go across this bridge where the dam thing is, which is like a big gigantic circle that you'd get stuck in if you fall over. There's, like, no pathway to go down with a bike. It is so annoying. You basically have to go into the road. Because I've almost fell over there once when a car was going by and I was going to the side. Because it goes from being this, like, pretty much, you know, standard length pathway, sidewalk. And then it goes to, like, this little sliver that's less than half the size of what you originally would have had. It's really annoying. Right on, like, the most dangerous part of the road, it has, like, the least accessible sidewalk. Alright, let's see if we can get anything here. Nothing, and a little life thingy. Alright, anyways. Verse... Oh, that's the one I need! Wow, oh, hold up. That's huge. That's verse 3. That's the verse I actually need for, completing verses. That is really solid. Honestly, any of them would have been nice, but, this is the one we actually need more of. Conveniently. Oh, we're already ready for next week's Vault Weekend. And why did I say next week? It's this weekend. Vault Weekend's in 3 days from now. This Friday is Vault Weekend. Not sure why. I keep thinking it's like next week's Friday. I think the thing I'm thinking about next week is, it's not Vault Weekend. It's the start of the May event. Not next week, but the following week's Monday is, the May event starting. Which is like, what, 11 days from now or so? Or 12 days. It's starting on, like, what, the 29th, whatever it is? It's starting on the... yeah, 29th. But this weekend's Vault Weekend. And then the 29th is, May event. Which is kind of ironic, given that it's starting in April. But, you know, it's the first week of May, so... technically May event. They're just starting it a few days early. Because that's how events work in this game. Oh, I know there used to be a lot of bike theft. It's one of the reasons I kind of stopped even using bikes to get around a lot of places. Bike theft is a very common. Even if you put a lock on them, people have those cutter things that get through. It's amazing because I've had some really, really low quality bikes stolen from me before. Like, I could understand if someone's riding around in like couple $1,000 like ultra bike of some kind. Like some kind of like really special sports bike with all the, everything you could possibly have for it. But a lot of the bikes I ever used and sold were, you know, like every casual, everyday kind of ones. Nothing special, normally beaten up and kind of just like secondhand. And just fixed up a little bit and resold. But even those got stolen. Kind of insane. Oh, you're gonna have a Vault event for your birthday? Nice. How many verses am I up to? I am up to 11. It's not ideal, but that's still a pretty good handful. Also, when did our verse 2 get so much higher than our verse 3? We just got a +1 and we're still an 8 gap between them. That's unfortunate. Oh, we need to go grinding. Also still at nice solid 0 vault key so we can keep track. It looks like we're gonna have a 1, 2, 3, 4 epic vault key soon. That's really funny. Have we had 1, 2, 3, 4 before? I think we have, and then we used some. But I hope you have a good birthday logics there. Alright, we didn't do faction yet, right? No, we haven't even started it. That's the main thing we gotta do today. Adventure board, done. Defeat mini-bosses, do PvP. Okay, I wasn't gonna do mini-bosses, but yeah, PvP should be automatic. I could do the mini-bosses real quick, I guess. Obviously, just with quick kill Dust Devil. That's not the team I wanted. That's not the right team. Look at how slow that team is compared to Dust Devil. Which is kind of funny and rather ironic. That in this situation is actually very slow. Because you have to wait for all the mana accumulation. And then everything going into place, all that. Whereas here, you just click Dust Devil, you win. Yeah, one with an electric motor? Oh gosh. I've never liked bike-like things that have had motors. Like mopeds and similar things. I'd much rather ride a normal bike. I've never really cared for those other ones. Also, it's kind of funny. In my area, I'm not sure if it's like this all around the United States. But in my area in South Carolina, I believe you actually need a moped license. Like, you don't need a license to drive a bike on the road. But you need a license to drive an electric bike on the road. Which, you know, that kind of makes sense. But also doesn't make sense. It's just kind of funny. There's literally no law stopping you from just biking everywhere. You have electrical component on it, it's like, oh, that's against the law now. Like, it makes sense, but also somewhat doesn't make sense. Oh, that text is still broken. They haven't fixed that. That's been broken for a couple patches now. And it has still not been fixed. So, what's new? Wyrmrun still shows up in Underspire. Wait, that reminds me. Let me go buy my Underspire battles before I forget, because I will forget if I don't do it right now. I'll be doing those probably on Thursday, I think. Though it's pretty straightforward compared to what we're already doing for other modes. Because it's a really dragon-based team. Alright, what are we doing? Brain, where are we? Alright, okay, I think it's mostly just faction and PvP now. Let's go do PvP first and we'll hand out a code. I keep doing middle to get to PvP. I do that every time. Alright, we do have access to Brown. I will be ignoring that I saw that and just go over to this thing over here. Get our Stellarex kill here, go to the other place, be good to go. Yeah, a lot of people do mopeds around this area. Because upkeeps on cars are just too much compared to the pay in this area. So a lot of people use mopeds, bikes, or one thing that's actually kind of funny too is golf carts. I'm not sure what started the golf cart craze around this area. But there's some people who just ride around in golf carts a lot to get to like the beach and a few other locations. I think the main reason being is that you can easily store a few things in the back while also having like 2 or 3 people riding with you. But I'm not sure why. Golf carts as a means of transportation is actually somewhat popular around here. Not like so popular that you're going to see it every time you like turn your head. But popular enough, like compared to New Jersey, I never see anyone using a golf cart to get around. Yeah, around this area, you could legitimately see like them. Like if you go from like a mile, you'll see like 2. Whereas you could go for days in other locations and probably see 0 ever. Oh, sorry, Timmy, what was your question? Do you think balancing the game a bit more, they need to make it so you get more Dragonites from sources? So then more people... Yes, I do believe both Dragonites and Diamonds should be increased. As we have increasingly more ways to use them and consume them for newer players to catch up, as well as just everyone in general. But yes, I do believe we need more rates of Diamond and Dragonite. And really all those secondary material, even curse runes and such. They all come in pretty slow. And the other most notorious resource that comes in way too slow, which everyone's pretty aware of, is deeds. Deeds are the biggest bottleneck in all of Gems of War right now. Kind of by design, but we really need at least a slightly quicker rate. Like, you could be the most pay-to-win player in the entire game, and you still don't have every kingdom upgraded. It is that hard. Like, you could max spend on deeds every single time you possibly can for the entire existence of deeds existing, and you still probably don't even have half the kingdoms upgraded. It is that bottlenecked in the current state of the game. And obviously even less so if you're playing normally. Because through normal means right now, you would have, if you were collecting them the entire time they've existed, you would have around 6 to 12 kingdoms upgraded right now. And by upgraded, I mean, you know, maxed out as far as star level and everything. And by star level, I mean kingdom level, not star level. But, yeah, you would only have about 6 to 12 maxed out right now. If you just played by normal means the entire time. Since they have existed. Maybe buying them ever so occasionally, but mostly by normal means. And if you were paying that whole time, I think you would have about half. So like another set of 6 probably. So like 18 total or so. Yeah, that's still like barely any. Like 6 to 18 is pretty much the full frame. 6 being if you played like super ultra free to play the whole time. 12 being if you did like a mix. And 18 being if you like literally max ball every single time deeds have ever existed in the game. Through any purchase ever. And even that's only halfway there. At least it's better than adults driving a big Geek Wheels car. No, you definitely can't bring down the road. They actually had a problem with golf carts at one point, because the way that they were moved were kind of clunky and wasn't really like fully road safe. But they couldn't just do like a blanket ban on like, hey, you can't just ever ride these. I don't know what their compromise ever was. I'm not sure what the current law is on it. But I know they had an issue with it. There was actually so many people using golf carts that it actually became a liability on the road. Because some people were bringing them on some pretty major roads, and they don't go that quick. I forget what their max speed is. But it's not that quick. Especially their max speed while still making sure like 2 or 3 people on it are safe. It's relatively low. I want to say like 15, 20 miles per hour or something. Even though it physically probably could go a little bit quicker than that. Like that's like the quickest you can like realistically drive it. With multiple people on it. You've seen them on the highway on TikTok? That sounds insanely dangerous. So I still have never used TikTok before. Oh no, I'm not a big fan of short form content. I never got into Vine back in the day, which was kind of like a baby TikTok, to my understanding. And then I never got into TikTok. I've never ever going to make a YouTube short. I have no reason to ever watch and or make them. You only need 3 more purple deed books to get your second Magic Kingdom. Nice. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I'm about the same length for my next purple. Actually, I think I might need 8 more. But we're getting there. Because I know it was slightly more than half. I know I need like a single digit number, I'm pretty sure. I just can't remember how much closer I've gotten. Let me see. I'm not sure if I have it all converted yet, though. Yeah, we're gonna upgrade Karkaroff, and it's only 1 star away. Let's see. Yeah, I need 9 more, it looks like. I need 9 more deed books for purple. So I still got a little ways to go. We could speed it up if we did a ton of explore. But at this point, we're basically gonna just have to wait for a campaign that's purple or something similar to really kind of push it over the edge. Yeah, I need 9 more for our second purple Magic Kingdom. Because technically we have 2 Magic Kingdoms. It's Darkstone and Zolkari. But Zolkari was green, so this is in like a different category. But we're getting there. One way that we might be able to shove it over the top, they're finally doing the PvP Silver Mark and Gold Mark rework next patch. Oh, also, I don't think I've mentioned this yet. I don't think I mentioned it all of yesterday. I hope it's still here. No, it's not here anymore. But remember when we finished like 5th or 6th place in PvP yesterday? Or last week? I got 120 gold marks for it. So even though we only had 20-something thousand points, and effectively made like 6th place in our bracket, we got 120 gold marks. That was really nice. The previous week we got 0. But we were finished like around this position and got 120. It was really funny. I just realized our leaderboard's honestly not too bad. I think we could take this. Oh wow, I might even go for first. If they're gonna stay at this frame, this is really easy to pass. That'll be our goal tomorrow then. Let's see if we can go make first place. If this is like 15,000 to 20,000 by tomorrow, we're gonna go take first place tomorrow. That's gonna be our goal. We're still doing a ton of PvP tomorrow regardless. Today I want to go to like 5,700 or so, which we're pretty much already there. And then tomorrow I want to go take first, assuming it's around this frame. Like, if this is under 20,000, 100% we're going for first tomorrow. Anyways, how many gold marks are we at? The reason I came here is, they're going to be reworking this shop. And I'm curious if something better than deed books will show up. Because in the current state of the game, it is worthwhile to just dump everything onto deed books. And by that time the patch comes around, let's say we have 2,500 gold marks. Might have even more than that by then, probably will. But let's just say 2,500. There's 6, so that's 4. That's pretty much guaranteed. The RNG could give us more or less, but that's about 4 purple deed books. It's actually 4 of every deed book. But that's about 4 purple deed books. Which means we'd only still need 5 more if we were to dump all of this into deed books. I'm kind of waiting for next patches to kind of see what they do here. Hopefully they don't nerf this and make it even harder. But right now, obviously, the best place to put all your gold marks is straight into deed books. Unless you want to put them into the pets. That's the only thing even remotely worthwhile. Well, I guess shiny keys, but it is a little bit better doing them into deed books due to how much rarer they are. Anyways, let's go do things. We need 3 Valhawks, and I have 1. So let's go get the other 2. Ah, there's 1 already. Nice. That didn't take long. You still don't have Stellarix yet either. And only have 4 of the other Cosmic Dragons. Haven't been able to craft a weapon either. Oh yeah, it can be really annoying. You can get RNG'd out of crazy because there's no cap on how many you could take. So you have to get like 30, 40 of the dragons before you get 1 of each. It's really annoying. I thought the second time around they would maybe tweak it in some way. But the only tweak they did is make it 10% more expensive. The entire system's exactly the same. It's just 10% harder. Oh, I was about to take that. Oh, wild card, you got him away for once. That'd have been a nice cascade there. Stop getting barrier. There we go. You still need enough Dragonite to craft all the weapons to make Diamantina, as well as Diamantina. I think you mean Stellarix. Because you're around 1,600, but need around 3,000 to make all the weapons in Diamantina. Yeah, that's the thing too. Even after you get the grind done, you still need like what 4,000 Dragonite because you need what 500 per weapon, 1,000 for the bigger weapon, and then another 1,000 for the troop itself. So yeah, that's 3,000 then. Oh gosh. They've still been sniffly from the pollen. Good old seasonal allergies. Give it like a week, it'll be fine though. I just realized I have a dentist appointment next Monday. I'm not sure why. I thought it was on Tuesday. The 8-year anniversary of this channel is on Tuesday. I forgot. This could be annoying. Because that means I gotta go record the video like really, really early or really, really late. For the Monday video thingy thing. Probably really early. Because I won't feel like commentating after the dentist thing. I think my appointment's at like 10 o'clock in the morning. But I also have to record the Gems of War thing at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, honestly, if you don't have Stellarix yet, there's a 100% chance it's going to get nerfed by the time you have it. Though, even after it gets nerfed, it's still going to be viable. I don't think it's physically possible for them to nerf it enough that it wouldn't be viable after getting nerfed. It's gonna be like one of those life and death related nerfs, where it was definitively a nerf in every possible parameter, but was still so good that no one stopped using it at all. That's what's gonna happen with Stellarex. Like, if they do ultimately nerf it, his usage rate will go down by like 0. Not to 0, but by 0. It just goes to show how broken he is right now. He could have a 25% damage reduction and have absolutely no effect on usage rate. Like, at all. Because his previous damage would have been like, what, a 33% nerf compared to where he is right now, or 30%, because it would be from 3 times to 2.1 times. The most realistic one is they move it to 2.5, though. Which is like, what, a 15% nerf, or somewhere around there? But even if they did like the 33% nerf, he was still viable then. They get refunded after refunding all the gems to get it. I know, right? That's always the issue with nerfing stuff, too. Especially with how horrible their refund system is. Because their refund system is absurdly dated and only accounts for traits and souls. It does not account for ascension. It does not account for, you know, gems spent towards something or keys spent towards something or any other resource. You can't even refund your elite levels. But yeah, it's a really dated system. They added back in, like, I want to say 2017 or something. And it has never been updated since. And since then, there's so many more upgrades and things that you can do with a troop that cost resources that do not get refunded at all when going for it. Alright, what are we doing? Faction time. But let me go hand out code time. Alright, PvP daily's done, every daily's done, except for faction time. Let's go take out the entirety of faction. And you know what team we're going to run. Oh, that is not what I wanted. Oh, no. Wait, what happened? What am I looking at? Huh? I don't think I've seen that before. Oh, I think I see what happened. Oh, how did that happen? Well, here's all 3 redeem codes for the stream. I have never done that before. Well, that's not ideal. I see what happened now. I've never seen that happen. I copy-pasted and I somehow dragged multiple. Also, why is my spacebar not working all of a sudden? There it goes. That was weird. Why was it? Okay, I'm so confused, but... there we go. Whoops. Well, there's every code for the stream. I was only going to hand out 2, but, I somehow, when I tried grabbing 1, I grabbed 3. I'm not sure why they showed all condensed, though. Because I had them on 3 different lines. But, yeah, that's the first time that's ever happened. Whoops. Well, there's every code for a while. Guess I'm gonna run out of code soon. Whoops. Alright, anyways. But yeah, there's every code. That'll last you all stream. Enjoy the 3 gem keys. Anyways. Unfortunately, that means no more code to stream. Also, I should probably hand out 1 tomorrow just because we handed out so much right now. But anyways. What am I doing? I'm trying to do, a faction real quick. What team do I even want for this? I'm just gonna grab Stellarex. I was joking about it earlier, but you know we're gonna run Stellarex. Like, obviously we could run Guards, Avatar, Quick Kill, anything like that, but, you know what we want to run. We're just gonna grab the team. It's already on copy-paste, look at that. What am I looking for? Boom, 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 boom. And there we go. A nice diverse team of just auto-win Stellarex. You missed the extra gold? Well, from the codes? Yeah, that was just for 1 month. The only reason they had extra gold in them was because the previous month they had less gold. So the following month made up for all the gold that wasn't in the previous month's codes. Yeah, that's the first time I've ever accidentally posted multiple codes at once. Accidentally. Do I agree with what you said then? Which one? What comment? Well, if they don't nerf him, they need to make either new troops just as good or buff... Well, I wish they would just buff all other troops. The biggest issue with Stellaryx right now is not that it's going to be broken long-term, like ultra long-term, is that it's too broken in the current state of the game. Like, the amount of power creep it is to the current state of the game is just way too high. Like, way too high. Like, in 3 years from now, he's gonna look like a pretty, like, just standard, average, used troop. But in the current state of the game, he's just way too far above the curve. And if they try making things that, you know, scale to it, everything else is gonna fall behind, like, crazy quick. But no, I'd much rather them just buff up a lot of old content. They could basically add 1,000 new troops in a single year if they simply just rework half the troops that exist in the game. Because we're getting close to the 1,500 mark on troop number. So if they were to spend a year, or, you know, reworking like half the troops, that would basically be 750 new troops added to Gems of War on top of whatever is already being added that year. For a total of, like, what, 900 new troops in a year or so? Effectively. Like, I really wish I would just do that 1 year. It would help fix the balance of the game a ton. But it would also be effectively almost 1,000 new troops in a year, technically. Because if something's completely useless right now and then it becomes, like, situationally viable, that's basically a new troop. Because in the current state of the game, you're using it never. Oh, no, not that one. Give me the other one. Oh yeah, thank you, Isabel. Did you claim all 3 codes? Your raise will be, we'll give you stuff in Power World. Hello, Tyrion! Welcome, welcome. I forgot, this is that weird place that has like 1 billion treasure rooms in it. I keep forgetting that this place actually has almost all treasure rooms. The problem is its layout is not ideal at all. But the amount of treasure rooms is absurdly high. Because last I recall, I believe this is treasure room, treasure room, treasure room, treasure room, treasure room, treasure room. The only one that isn't is this middle one. Well, last I recall, every single one of these is a treasure room. Except for this one, which is always the starting room. This middle one, which is a standard tier 5 room. And then this one, which is always, you know, the final fight thing. Yeah, there are 6 guaranteed treasure rooms in this faction. It's kind of insane. The only thing holding it back from that being absurdly broken is this layout is horrible for actually taking the treasure rooms. But yeah, it's a 6 treasure room delve. Oh gosh, Tyrion, all good, no worries. Oh, say hello, Mr. Z. Welcome, welcome. Not sure if I said hello earlier. You've probably been here for like 10 minutes. You've been on the ignore list. No, just kidding. I genuinely have not seen any comment from you until that one right there. Which I'm scrolling back. Yeah, you haven't said anything yet. That's the first one. I'm not going crazy. You had a couple other comments. I did not see any other one this whole stream. They're invisible. I hope things get better, Tyrion. It's only a matter of time. So I'm in like full focus mode. Oh yeah, that reminds me, even after we finish this, we gotta do some PvP. I want to make sure we're at 5,700 so we can go directly into the 1 hour boost tomorrow. So now that I say that, I think we're almost already there. I'll go check. So I might as well do that right now before we finish out faction, now that I think about it. Let me do this one first. Alright, we don't need that. PvP, what are we at? We are at... Oh yeah, we need like 500. Let me go do that real quick. That's like, what, 5 fights? Not even? If we keep getting low ones like this, maybe a little more. Yeah, this is gonna take no time at all. And no problem for the codes. Yeah, we handed out 3 codes if you guys didn't see earlier. Accidentally. Not deliberately. Yeah, let me go paste them again. Let's see. Do we still have it? Yeah, there they are. Yeah, we handed out 3 codes earlier. Why did they bunch together again? That's so weird. Why does YouTube do that? Yeah, there's all 3 if you break apart the every 10 with spaces. That's not a new 3. That's the previous 3 that doesn't have spaces. That's so weird. Because it shows on YouTube that's spaced out when I paste it. But then when it enters, it's just one line of text. It's really strange. It even pops up on my screen briefly as spaced out, and then the second later, it's like, oh, all bunched together. Very strange. Yeah, I think that's the first time earlier when I did that we've ever accidentally handed out multiple like that. Because it's actually impossible for me to ever do the entire list because it exceeds the YouTube character limit. But it is possible for me to accidentally hand out like 2 to 10 codes at the same time. 3 is the highest we've accidentally done yet today. That'd be unfortunate if we ever did like 8. Asked it for a raise. No worries, we'll treat her well in Pal World tomorrow. We might even give her an epic fruit or 2, though it'll pain me to get rid of them. I'll also max level her Jet Dragon to go with her saddle. Though I kind of want to wait until we get a better bred one so we don't waste it on a lower one. Is our keyboard extra sticky today? No. I'm using the same keyboard from, you know where I got that keyboard from? I got it at a flea market for a few bucks. Back in 2019. I mean, not 2019. Back in, no, what year would that have been? It wasn't 2019. Oh, when I was 19 is what I was trying to think of. So that keyboard's a decade old. Actually, half the keys on it are so faded that you basically have to use the keyboard without knowing where any of the keys are. Which is generally pretty easy to do these days, but you know. Like half the key, it has been so overused that the white little letter things are non-existent on most of the more used keys. Like obviously Z and stuff like that still has their text. But any of the more used keys are completely black with no text on them from overuse from over a decade. Actually, that keyboard is only 1 year younger than the computer. The decade-old computer we have that's heading up to 11 years. It's just a 10-year-old keyboard and it's an 11-year-old computer. I bought it for like $5 too. I tried hackling them down even further, but they wouldn't let me. It's a pretty solid keyboard. As would be expected, it lasting 11 years. But, yeah, I was needing another one for college. And, yeah, I ended up picking one while I was already at a flea market. Because that was back when I was still flea marketing. Hello, Rob! Welcome, welcome. I miss that about flea markets. You can get, like, anything at a flea market. Like, if you think of anything that you're missing at your house, and it's at a flea market somewhere for, like, dirt cheap. You just gotta make sure you don't get, like, Chinese knockoff stuff, because there's that everywhere. But there's also people actually selling, like, half-decent stuff for very cheap. A lot of excess warehouses stuff gets sold there, too, a lot of times. Like, whenever something's overstock and they gotta get rid of a lot of stock and similar things. Those actually pop up at flea markets quite often as well. It's a lot easier dumping them at flea markets than it is, like, trying to get them into a Best Buy or something similar. So you can actually get some pretty good cheap tech stuff a lot of times. For way cheaper than what you'll get it on, like, eBay or anything similar. If there's no shipping fees, no anything like that, you just grab it and you're good to go. Grab it, hand the money, you got it. There's no overcost of having to have a building or branding or anything like that. Simply just pick up item, hand the money. Skip all the middlemen and get it for cheaper. Because one thing that actually showed up a lot, though I didn't really grab too many of them, a lot of Razer products were actually sold like that. Marked down like at least 25% compared to what you would see it on any kind of storefront. like Best Buy or eBay or anything similar. Razor or Razor? You know which one I mean. Don't they both pronounce the same way? Do you pronounce Razor different than Razor? Because while they're two different things, they're both... Like, is their pronunciation any different? So I think we've done enough PvP at this point. Oh, so what was the question? I didn't see it. Which one do you max out first? White Helm for armor or Pans for HP? Oh, White Helm for armor, because you get better tribute. Definitely White Helm. If you had to go one or the other. Gotta get that extra glory. You know how much extra glory that is? That's like an extra, like, few glory per tribute. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but, you know, over a long period of time, it adds up to be a bit more. Are we done with PvP now? Oh, wow, we're way done with PvP. I almost went too far. Oops. I could have stopped, like, 5-10 minutes ago. Anyways, let's go finish out the event. Go finish out faction. We only have 3 floors left. 50, 60, oh, actually 4 floors left. 50, 60, 70, 80. Oh, they're both going to be maxed in like a month? Oh, gosh. Wait, how do you have enough to max both? That implies you didn't already max one. Because it makes sense that you can max out 2 yellows. But I just find it weird that you didn't already have a yellow maxed. Given how many deeds you have. Yeah, you can pick your home kingdom to be whatever you want if you want to like have the background for your profile image and everything. But as far as overall loot, White Helm has always been definitively the best home kingdom. Because some people like to switch it up so it's not always the same one every time. As it determines your background and a few other things when you look at your profile. Are you saying which one should you max? Oh, it's definitely White Helm. Especially since Pan's Veil doesn't really have a pure team for the most part. Like it does. Actually, now that I say it, Pan's Veil actually does have a better pure team than White Helm. But very rarely are you doing like a Wild King, Wild Queen team. Normally it's one or the other composed of other troops. Also, so where's our Valhawk? We kind of need it to finish out the event. You're guaranteed to get it before the end, though. Oh, you've been saving them so you know which one maxes first. That makes sense. Yeah, I've been doing the same thing for quite a few of them. Oh, there's our Val Raven. We're just talking about you. Imagine you got full yellow mana there. Like he just wild carded a 5 times yellow. Even if we bought an extra tier, if that Valraven runs away, you do not have enough to get it without buying 2 tiers. There's one only big downside of this mode. That is almost never going to happen. But if your Valraven runs away on a Tuesday faction event, you have to buy 2 tiers in order to be able to finish the event. Which at that point, you might as well just not even bother. It basically never happens. But it's not impossible for it to happen. I keep forgetting this beard's getting long. I like having Thinking Beard, though. Thinking Beard is fun. What would we do without Thinking Beard? I don't know, how are you supposed to think without a Thinking Beard? It's physically needed for the brain's functionality. I'll catch you later, Sonny. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Right, second to last floor. Well, assuming we can actually finish it with an 80. Sometimes it's not enough. I actually think it might not be enough. This place has really bad multiplier order. Even though it has 6 treasure rooms, its multiplier order is generally abysmal. Because your tier 5 is always blocked by at least 1 room. And when you have that many treasure rooms, you're getting a lot of low tier multipliers. Because there's only like, what, 2 tier 5 treasure rooms. So at most, you can have 3 tier 5 rooms, and it's not even guaranteed. Like here we had 0 tier 5 rooms. Well, 0 other than the one that's guaranteed. 0 treasure rooms that were tier 5. But because most of the treasure rooms are lower rarity rather than higher rarity, the only big issue with a faction being almost entirely treasure rooms is their multiplier is actually worse, despite the loot being better. So for something like a Tuesday event, it's actually somewhat worse, because you mostly just care about multiplier. But the extra loot's still nice. Look at that, 4,000 gold for a single room. That's not even one of the higher ones. This is one of the higher ones. I actually should have saved this one for last. It should be like a 5,000 something, if not higher. Oh no, they have that one trait. Oh wait, could I have extra? Oh no, the wild card. I could take an extra turn blue there. How much gold is this? Should be 5,000 something. Whoa, 7,400. I underestimated how much multiplier we had build up. Makes sense, we're at 3.7. We almost 8,000 gold for a single room. But that's the highest gold loot room there is. The Leprechaun treasure room has a 2,000 gold base, which gets multiplied by whatever your multiplier is at. Hopefully final floor, though. Probably not. How much are we up to? Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to need another section. Oh, we do have a tier 5 into tier 5 into tier 5. Oh, this might be enough, though. We got saved by the triple tier 5. The previous room had 0 of them. Now we have all of them. This is the max amount of tier 5 we can get in this layout. And you know we're going for them first. Oh, what's perfect is they fell in a line. It's not like we have to take a tier 2, then a 555. We can just go straight into the 555. Hey, that might save us 30 gems then. Which isn't a lot, but you know, they add up. Into the pile they go. That's like one whole tribute click these days. If anyone else does any questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Because after we finish out this faction, we're probably going to call it for tonight. Tomorrow we'll be doing Power World and normal Gems of War stream. I'll be focusing very heavily on PvP. We'll be doing at least a whole hour of PvP tomorrow. It'll be the most of the grind, because I got to get all the grind in before the weekend. Because whatever my PvP rating is by like Thursday is pretty much what it's staying at. But the only exception is I guess we'll do daily bare minimum for PvP on the weekend. But we're not doing any additional grinding beyond Thursday. Because it's all going into Vault weekend. So I'll be trying to get that in tomorrow night then. That won't be the only thing we'll be doing tomorrow night, but it'll definitely be the main focus. You only recently figured out how multiplier and treasure rooms work? Yeah, it's a weird system. You can, for the most part, just ignore it and you'll be fine. But, basically, the multiplier applies per room. And even though your multiplier is going to be the same by the end every single time, the order that you do them in can have about a 10% effect on your overall score and the loot, based on taking the higher multipliers first, and then taking the treasure rooms last. As the treasure rooms have the highest amount of loot. You can also just do it purely on multiplier order, which would maximize the amount of points you get for Tuesday and weekend faction events. But it's more so relevant for Tuesday faction events. Because weekend, with how many you have to buy in, you're basically getting it done regardless. Whereas Tuesday faction events, it can actually save you 30 gems. Which isn't a lot, but you know, it adds up. If you save 30 gems almost every week. Especially earlier in the game. And 30 gems means a lot more. Speaking of which, did we save our 30 gems? Yeah, that's why you do multiplier order. 30 gems achieved. Unfortunately, nothing good. We did get a Volky, though. Let's see what's in our Volky. Yep, 31 tribute. That also saves us 30 gems. Gosh, why are we saving 30 gems when all we have to do is click on tribute once? Tribute is so broken these days. Alright, let me just kill this out real quick. Also, why do I still have a Stellarix team set up to old meta? I should go get rid of that. I'm not sure what to replace it with. But I still have the old meta Stellarix team. Back before Takshaka existed. Also, should have taken the extra turn there. Whoops. Anything good from the Volky? This is from the event we just did. Oh, there's a chance? No, just disappointment. Okay, that was actually a pretty bad Vault event then. I mean, not Vault event. I mean, pretty bad, whatever you just call that. Underworld. Oh, there's the 3 redeem codes we accidentally handed out earlier. I'm pretty sure they're all used up by now. But 6 treasure maps, 3 gem keys, 600 souls, and 7,500 gold. Also, I might only hand out 1 tomorrow just because I accidentally handed out 3 today. Just to make sure we have enough to last. Because we're going to be handing out a ton on our anniversary of the channel. On the 23rd. That's also when we're going to be handing out one of the old international dog day pets. There's like some kind of war corgi. I forget what year he's from. But we have the war corgi to hand out. I believe Genki already handed out hers. But if you don't currently have this one, the 2018 International Dog Day Pet, we'll be handing it out on the 23rd on the anniversary of the channel. So hello, Genki. Also, I'll see you tomorrow, Genki. For the Power World stream. Yeah, we'll be handing out ours in a week. Which I think that's exactly a week from today now that I think about it, yeah. It's exactly a week from today. Anyways, guys. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. We'll be doing Power World starting at noon with Isabel, Genki, and Cookie. I think Cookie's getting in about an hour late, but all good. But that'll be the game plan for tomorrow. We will not have a Saturday Power World stream due to Vault event weekend. So I'm not sure when our next Power World stream after tomorrow will be. But yeah, we'll go from there. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.